MASSOB leader accuses Nigerian government and Igbo politicians of orchestrating Southeast insecurity. In a scathing critique that has reignited debates on ethnic tensions and governance in Nigeria, Ralph Uwazurike, the founder and leader of the Movement for the Actualization of the Sovereign State of Biafra, MASSOB, has accused Igbo politicians and the Nigerian federal government of deliberately exacerbating insecurity in the southeast region. Uwazurike's statements, delivered in a recent public address, highlight what he describes as systemic bias, ethnic hatred, and targeted aggression against pro-Biafra agitators, drawing stark comparisons to the treatment of other agitating groups. Uwazurike, a longtime advocate for Biafran self-determination, questioned the narrative propagated by some quarters that attributes the ongoing violence in the southeast to groups like the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, and the Eastern Security Network, ESN. He countered by alleging that the Nigerian government, under the influence of figures associated with Peter Obi, a prominent Igbo politician and former presidential candidate, has been responsible for the deaths of innocent MASSOB members. According to Uwazurike, these victims were killed and their bodies dumped in the Ease River, a claim that underscores his assertion of state-sponsored atrocities against peaceful agitators. The irony is glaring, Uwazurike stated, emphasizing a perceived double standard in how insecurity is handled across Nigeria's regions. He accused Nigerian politicians of intentionally setting the southeast on fire by targeting innocent Biafra agitators, while treating members of Boko Haram, the Islamist insurgent group responsible for thousands of deaths nationwide, with undue leniency. They are treated like kings and queens, he lamented, pointing to what he views as a deliberate policy of favoritism that ignores the devastation wrought by the northern-based group in favor of suppressing southern Biafra peaceful movements. Central to Uwazurike's address was a renewed call for the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of IPOB, who has been in detention since his extraordinary rendition from Kenya in 2021. Uwazurike invoked a court order from the Court of Appeal, which had ruled in favor of Kanu's release, arguing that the Nigerian government's refusal to comply represents a blatant disregard for judicial authority. The only reason Nnamdi Kanu remains detained is because he is Igbo, Uwazurike declared, framing the incarceration as a manifestation of deep-seated ethnic hatred against the Igbo people. To bolster his point, he drew a direct comparison to Sunday Igboho, the Yoruba separatist leader who was arrested in Benin Republic in 2021, but later released and pardoned by Nigerian authorities upon his return. If a Yoruba man like Sunday Igboho can be freed, why is an Igbo man like Kanu still rotting in jail? Uwazurike asked, highlighting what he perceives as discriminatory treatment based on ethnicity. Uwazurike further alleged that the Nigerian government has masterminded the very insecurity plaguing the southeast. He claimed that by killing peaceful Biafran agitators, the state has provoked a cycle of violence, forcing innocent individuals to take up arms in self-defense against perceived aggression. This escalation, he argued, has now endangered both the poor and the rich in the region, transforming a political struggle into a broader humanitarian crisis. The government sows the seeds of chaos, and now no one is safe, Uwazurike warned, urging a cessation of hostilities and a genuine dialogue to address the root causes of agitation in the southeast. These accusations come at a time when Nigeria continues to grapple with multifaceted security challenges, including banditry and insurgency. The Southeast, historically the heartland of the Igbo people and the site of the 1967-1970 Biafran War, has seen heightened tensions in recent years, marked by IPOB request for referendum to be conducted so that the Biafran people will determine their continued existence in Nigeria. Uwazurike's remarks, while echoing long-standing grievances from Biafran groups, risk further polarizing public opinion and straining relations between the federal government and regional stakeholders. Neither the Nigerian government nor representatives of Peter Obi have issued an immediate response to Uwazuruiki's direct accusations as of this article by Family Writers Press International. However, the statements underscore the persistent undercurrents of ethnic division that continue to challenge Nigeria's unity more than 6 decades after independence. As calls for Kanu's release gain renewed momentum, observers will be watching closely to see if this latest outburst from MASSOB prompts any policy shifts or judicial interventions. For context, MASSOB was founded by Uwazuruike in 1999 as a non-violent movement advocating for Biafran independence, though it has faced repeated crackdowns from authorities. IPOB, led by Kanu, has been prescribed by the Nigerian government, a designation that Kanu and IPOB vehemently contested. America and the rest of world has also rejected this prescription, citing that IPOB is non-violent group and have not engaged in any acuities that warrant designation as violent organization. The U.S. has implicitly questioned the legitimacy of Nigeria's 2017 designation of IPOB, viewing it as a heavy-handed response to political dissent. The comparison to Boko Haram and Sunday Igboho highlights ongoing debates about equitable application of justice in a multi-ethnic federation. This development serves as a reminder of the fragile balance Nigeria must maintain to foster national cohesion amid diverse aspirations. Whether Uwazuruiki's voice will catalyze meaningful change or deepen divisions remains to be seen. Family Writers Press International.